Stadium. We here today is the final day of this T10 Dream 11 T10 tournament. What we expect to be a really major and big finals here. Before we do anything much, we're going to go down to the grounds. I think we have Jason's down there. You want to take it away from here as we see the toss.
Okay, so we definitely looking for forward to this big showdown. I think the showdown is between two of the teams that has really played good cricket. Definitely looking at the composition of the teams, I think there will be some excitement here today.
Yeah, we expect it to be very keen. I think we're looking at some of our best players on show. These two teams who have made it to the finals, I think, deservedly so. We see the strength of Nutmeg Warriors, who have been really, particularly the last few games, have really come on strongly. With Fletcher been doing well. Then we saw Teddy Bishop not yesterday, but the day before, playing a tremendous inning, winning convincingly over Bailey Blasters. Then we see the likes of Ryan John from the strikers coming into their own and really pulling things well for the last few games to get up to this final. They would have to do pretty well to come up to this final. The fact that they would have lost so many games in the preliminary stages, but as you know, coming up to this stage, semifinals, the critical part, the playoffs are so key. And we see that really a step up in terms of the strikers playing, Saffron strikers. And they really owned themselves this position in being able to make the finals.
Yeah, really good from them. They did what they had to do just at the right time, ensuring that they win the games, the key games that they need to win in order to be here. And being here, I think, for them will be a big deal. This is the first time that they are in the finals. The Warriors, they have been in 3 finals so far. They've won the championship once. They've lost it to Bailey Blasters last time around. And here they are again. So they know what it is to be on this stage at this time. And will be looking to execute what they know they can do well.
Well, just looking at the surface that this final is going to be played on, would you think that it will favor any of the teams? We look at the makeup of the teams in terms of the bowler and the batting. You look at both teams. You think it will favor any particular team?
Well, I often say this. It's T10. It's really fast-paced. So it goes down to execution. The teams that are able to execute their plans well, execute their bowling plans, execute their batting plans, and really restrict the other team will be the winning team. Now, the surface may play a part in terms of how they utilize it. It is still good. It's really good for batting, and we know that. But if the bowlers can vary their pace, if they can put the ball in the right areas, ask the right questions, you just will have a result. So it's an evenly paced wicket, and so we expect a lot of fireworks.
Yeah, so it's very clear that the surface really wouldn't come into the picture because it's really even for both teams. And this is what you want to see. You want to make sure that you're playing on a surface that really is not favoring any particular team, but it's even for both teams. That makes real good for really competitive cricket. I think what is going to happen now in terms of the strategy, in terms of the type of bowler you use, in terms of how you bowl on that surface. We would have seen the Saffron strikers using the spin to open. And we have seen that the spinners actually dominated, making it very difficult for teams to get off. One would think that they would probably be using that form of strategy in that, making it difficult with the batsman would have to really reach out and not really waiting for the ball to come on. This time we know, I think they are ready for us on the ground. We're going to go down to Jason. Jason, over to you as you take the toss.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the finals. This is what we've been waiting for. We started 15 days ago, waiting to get to a day like this. It is the finals of the Dream 11 T10 tournament. The finals, a clash, a head-on collision between the Nutmeg Warriors and the Saffron Strikers. We've been waiting all time for this. Now we've got the coin toss, and this will be the start of all the action. The call is?
Tails is ahead.
The call is tails and heads. So that means Andre Fletcher, the Nutmeg Warriors, you guys won the toss. What are you going to do today?
We would have a bowl first.
You're going to have a bowl first. All right, this is the third time you guys have gotten to this stage of the tournament. You won it once already. A bit unfortunate last year. What are your plans for this year moving forward, trying to get to the championship, trying to get to the trophy, actually?
Well, actually, we just have to trust the process. I don't want to focus too much on the result. The process is most important. We just have to continue to play the good cricket that we are playing. The bowlers bowling in the areas that they are accustomed bowling. No one trying to change anything on the day, because we all know pressure does make things happen. But I encourage the guys to be as positive, have fun, and most important, enjoy.
Your form is important. You've been striking the ball cleanly over the last couple of games. You want to continue with that?
Yeah, for sure. I know the team depends on me a lot, but it's not a one-man army. Everyone is as important as I do. So, once we get that start that we need, I believe I can just come in, be a bit more positive and try my best to take my team over the line.
All right, well, very good. Congratulations to you, and we wish you all the best in this finals. And we wait to see you out on the field, Andre Fletcher.
All right, then, thank you.
All right. Daryl Cyrus, the man with the blue shoes, we like to call him upstairs from the commentary booth. Daryl, you've been asked to bat first. What are your thoughts looking at the strip?
Well, this is the strip that has played best for batting so far in the tournament. So it's just a matter of the guys going out there and get a score. I think a score in excess of 120 would be perfect.
You guys think you've got the batting, you've got the depth to be able to get to 120 comfortably in 10 overs?
Yeah, definitely. Just a matter, getting off good in the power play and going hard in the back end.
One of the things that pride your team is the bowling. You've got a really good four-spin bowling attack, which you've started with in the last two games. What are we looking forward to today when your turn comes along, or is it going to depend on the runs total on the board?
Yeah, definitely the total will play a big part in that, but I'm backing my spinners. I'm backing each and every bowler on my team.
All right, Darryl, well, thanks a lot for joining us. Well, there you heard the news is that the Nutmeg Warriors, they won the toss and they have sent in the Saffron Strikers to have a bat. We're going to come back downstairs in just a little bit. Of course, we got some chit-chatting to do because Shireen and Kerry is over on the edge of the field. We're going to link up with them in just a little bit. In the meantime, as they said, this batting strip has been known to do just that, a really good batting strip over the years. It has held up over the last 15 days, most definitely, because with really good care being taken of it and the ground staff doing a fantastic job, we can look forward to an exciting finals here this afternoon. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. The finals is on, the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. The Nutmeg Warriors, they won the toss, and look out for the Saffron Strikers coming in to have a bat first. I'll see you in just a bit.
All right, thank you very much, Jason. And again, we see the report saying that, Nutmeg, they've won the toss. Most teams in this tournament, when they win the toss, they tend to send in the opposition. Only once we've seen Nutmeg win the toss and bat, and that is when they've posted the highest total of the tournament. So, again, why the decision to send the other team? Maybe Fletcher just wants to know how much he has to chase.
Yeah, and very interesting to hear that both teams said that it's a good wicket, good for batting. So which means really whether you bat first or you bat second really shouldn't create a problem. But one would want to think when you bat first, you bat with less pressure. Runs on the board, it certainly gives the second team, it gives them some pressure in terms of knowing you had to score 120, 125, and you had to be looking at the run rate. Extra pressure, you lose a wicket, the pressure builds and so forth. So it's very interesting to know that even though it's a good wicket, you find teams winning the toss and really really looking to bat.
All right, so we have Jason with Sharice and Kerry, and we're gonna just hear a bit from them. Once they're ready down on the side of the edge of the field, as we say, beyond the boundary, they can take it away.
All right, well, yeah, we are posted comfortably beyond the boundary, and Sharice and Kerry here with me. Normally, I'd like to start with the team that won the toss. If you notice, they're smartly decked in the teams represented in the finals, the Saffron Strikers and the Nutmeg Warriors. I'd like to start off with the team that won the toss, but I won't do that this afternoon because protocol dictates ladies first. Cherise, you're posing the Saffron Strikers. Is that by choice or what?
Well, two teams in the finals, Nutmeg Warriors, Saffron Strikers, and as the Saffron Strikers tagline goes, ready, set, strike, I think that's something I can get behind. So I'm repping Saffron Strikers today.
All right. You saw all the competitions, you saw all the matches. You feel pretty confident that the Saffron Strikers can pull it off?
Yes, because while we may not have had the best starts to the tournament, when it mattered most, we were able to pull off the win. And when does it not matter the most than the finals? So I think if they keep that up and they know it's a must-win game, as we've been doing in the past, they will win. So I'm looking forward to good cricket today.
All right. Well, for those of you who are wondering, Cherise is an ardent cricket fan and she's deeply involved in the Grenada Cricket Association. So she has a wealth of knowledge as it relates to cricket. So I'm going to come back to her again in just a little bit. But in the meantime, I want to switch over to Kerry. Kerry, the Nutmeg Warriors, they have been down this road before. The third time in the finals, the third edition of the tournament. They won the very first one. Could this be the year they come back up on top again?
Well, I think when you look at the Nutmeg Warriors from the first game of the tournament, you can realize that that was a team on a mission. And their mission was to get to the big dance and to win the title all over. 3 finals in 3 years, it is not an easy task, but they have shown that they are a special team and they are ready for business, and I expect them to deliver. They have been the most dominant team in the tournament, the most consistent team, and anything short of the title for them, I think, would be a disappointment and a failure. But I don't think that team would be a failure. The likes of Andre Fletcher, who has won a title just a couple of weeks ago in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, won the first title. I think he's prime and ready to lift another title in this competition.
All right. On paper, the Nutmeg Warriors really are clearly the most explosive team. They've got all the potential when we look at this team on paper. We've yet to see them transfer all that power from the paper onto the field. Is this the day that they really can do it? Because this is the day it matters the most.
Well, I think the thing about the Nutmeg Warriors, they just know how to win matches. When it comes on the bowlers to defend a low total, subpar total, they've done it. The batsmen, we've seen that they're quite explosive. They can set the highest score. They can chase down any total. And I think winning the toss, they would want to give themselves an opportunity to chase down whatever the Saffron Strikers put on the board. The likes of Andre Fletcher, Teddy Bishop, Shadrach Descat, Kieran Kotoy, Imran Joseph, Sheldon Joseph. Quite an explosive batting unit. And they have what it takes to overhaul any target posted by the Saffron Strikers. And their bowlers, they have come good. People always talk about a powerful team like that is going to be their batting. But when you look at the likes of Alex Moses, who has been exceptional for the Nutmeg Warriors in the tournament, going at an average under 6 runs in a T10 tournament, not necessarily T20, but under 6 in a T20. In a T10 tournament is quite exceptional. Imran Joseph, the leading wicket taker for the team, he's there also among the wickets. Sheldon Joseph have picked up the wickets. So I think they have just enough quality in their ranks and enough good players that they can win this tournament again.
All right, a pretty confident sounding Kerry Frank there. Now, just before we wrap up, he's talking about the batting. But we know that these Saffron Strikers, they've got a very potent bowling attack. 4 spinners can go through the power play, and then you still got Ryan John to come with over number 5. So some really depth in the bowling for these Saffron Strikers. Is that going to make a huge difference this afternoon?
Well, I think it will, because even if you look at the state of West Indian cricket at the highest levels, spinners prove to be the bane of their existence. So I think we would see that translated here this afternoon, and I'm confident that our bowling lineup will be able to restrict the Nutmeg Warriors to a modest total. And then, you see, this year's Saffron Strikers, we have a secret weapon, and we've seen him come out day after day and turn every game around for Saffron Strikers. So I think once they're able to restrict the Nutmeg Warriors to a respectable total, and you see that secret weapon in Javel St. Paul when he gets out and how he really gets into his innings quickly, he would be able to, help guide the team along with our other star batsmen. We have a lot of power hitting on the Saffron strikers with the likes of Gian Benjamin, who can really stay at the wicket, run the singles, run the twos, hit the boundaries, put away the bad balls. We have Raishan Williams, who has been rivaling Andre Fletcher and hitting some of the largest sixes throughout the tournament. So I think we have that in the batting. We have Anil as well, who comes in with some boundaries just at the right moment. So I think, and then when you've gotten through them, and then you see Javel St. Paul comes onto the scene, and he takes no time to get into his batting. Sometimes first, second ball gone for a boundary. So I think our spin attack with our bowlers' ability to put away the balls, and not only put away the balls, but to get the boundaries, will be able to overcome any total that the Nutmeg Warriors sets.
All right, well, she's confident. He's equally confident. I don't know how you feel. I am happy because I'm sitting in the middle of both of them going head to head with each other. You're sitting right there staring at your television screens, getting ready for the Saffron Strikers and the Ginger and the Nutmeg Warriors to go head to head with each other. We've got an epic finals posted here at the National Stadium in beautiful St. George's, Grenada. Take a quick look at outside. It is an awesome day for cricket, and it's a great way to pull the curtains down on the Dream 11 T10 tournament in Grenada. Who will win the 2023 edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament? I bet you in about 2 hours, we'll answer that question. En route to answering that question, some exceptional cricket will be played. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Cricket action is on. The National Stadium. Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. The Nutmeg Warriors winning the toss. The Saffron Strikers going into bat. Let's see where it goes. Let's go back upstairs, guys.
All right, thank you very much there, Jason. And quite interesting. The ding-dong battle begins. Who will be the champions of the third edition of the Spice Isle T10?
Yeah, and Jason, you could not have put it any way better than that. Really, the stage is set for what is expected to be a really keen, very exciting final. I think, as I said before, we probably have two of the teams that is evenly matched. And they do boast of really top-class players. And if they're going to get off, we should have a game that really are full of runs and an exciting finish.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be epic. You have the likes of Fletcher who can clear the boundary well. You've seen the hard-hitting John. You've seen Raishan Williams. He hits it a far away. So definitely looking at the composition of the teams, once you intend to win a game, it means that you have to be able to restrict these powerful batsmen to totals that, is going to give you that chance to really come up big.
Right. So it gives us an opportunity, Rondell, to probably look at both teams before we get onto the field of play. And maybe we probably try to analyze some of the players that we think would really be at the forefront in terms of bringing either of the teams home. As we go into this game, we probably will just look at the Nutmeg Warriors. Andre Fletcher is captain. We have Akim Alexis, Jevon Andrew, Teddy Bishop, Keron Kotoy, Shedrack Discati, Imran Joseph, Sunil Narayan, Alex Moses, Josh Thomas. So if we before we look at Nutmeg Warriors, the likes of Fletcher, we have Teddy Bishop, Keron Kotoy, Discati. I think these are some of the players that we think will probably go be key in reference to batting.
Well, yeah, these guys will have a big role to play in terms of the totals that maybe the Saffron Strikers will post and how they approach getting them. What is important will be how they start. And if you notice during the tournament, Fletcher has been moving up and down the order a bit just to make sure that he preserves himself coming to the back end to make sure that they can get across the rope. There are instances where he opened the innings just to give them, especially based on the totals that they're chasing, to give them a good start in the power play. So again, you would look for that from the Nutmeg Warriors. And so at any point in time, any of these players could be a trump card.
Well, we would have seen Fletcher batting in the middle, I think, the last two games. Last game, he was a little bit, did pull up a bit. He came in and played a tremendous inning, hitting, I think, two of the bigger sixes, clearing the Junior Murray and Rollo stand. in the same over. I think scoring some 45 not out. Batting in the middle has made some difference in the batting lineup of the Nutmeg Warriors.
It made the difference because when you look at the start that Andrew and Kotoy has given, they started pretty all right. Andrew, in the last 2 games, really going great guns, having a strike rate of above 150, coming in some 24 from about 15, 16 deliveries, So he has been coming in there and really helping to take some of the pressure off from the batting order. And so Fletcher would be free to coming in. Fletcher coming in with a score of 60, 45, 55. It's good. It's a good platform for him to launch.
Yeah, and obviously Teddy Bishop has been a good addition. Played a tremendous in his last game, even though he got just in the 30s, but scored so quickly. Put him in a position to push off. Just a little bit, we can look at the bowling of Josh Thomas. It really has come on streets and bounds, and he would have made a difference. The Alex Moses that have been spoken about also would have done pretty well. And even Descarte, who had been bowling pretty well, they would certainly add some balance in the team.
Yeah, again the bowling for the Nutmeg Warriors have really clicked at a good time. Looking at the way they started a bit erratic the first game of the tournament. The bowlers seem all over the place. It seems like they were nervous, they were jittery. But as the tournament progressed, you recognize that they settled in really nicely. And Joseph, along with Thomas really bending his back and bowling some really decent lines and lengths, making sure that he had pressure in the power play. That proved to be a handful for a lot of the opponents. Again, Alex Moses starting really good. So they have what it takes. They just need to settle in and do the job.
Certainly.
As we look at the Saffron strikers, they have the likes of Darrell Cyrus, the captain, Delaney Alexander, Gian Benjamin, Jamie Buddy, Ryan John, Sherman Lewis, Anil Matthew, Stephen Netram, Javel St. Paul, and Ryshawn Williams. You also have Kem Charles, who, again, is another big trump card.
Yeah, so we see that they focus a lot on spin. And obviously, that would be a big part of the operation in this game.
How about the batting in terms of what you've seen? What do you make of the batting lineup?
Well, Benjamin I think is critical. He will have to play his game. Obviously, to bat as long as possible. And I do believe that they need someone to stay. So the likes of Benjamin, I think, will be critical. Natram, we haven't seen much of yet, but we know his talent. We know his strength. He will need to really come on really big. And Cyrus, we know as the all-rounder that does well. Ryshawn Williams, who also have been playing pretty well. These are the players we expect to come forth with Ryan John.
Okay, and in terms of their bowling, I think their bowling has looked well. What do you make of the spinners?
Well, we see in the last game, Kem Charles opening the bowling, and one would think that he will continue. He want to take the ball away from the right-handers, have them to reach for it, make it difficult. A lot of variation, pushing the ball really quickly into the leg stump. So we expect that he will continue that. The bowling of Cyrus, we know, have been very good, bowling pretty quickly and making it difficult even to play on the back foot, the ball rushing through to the batsman. So he obviously going to be key. And as we come down to look at we also, the likes of Sherman Lewis and Ryan John, they are really key persons, the likes of St. Paul. So they do both of a good bowling attack, and really makes for really good competitive cricket, as this encounter is about to start.
Well, as you look on your monitor, as you look on your screen, you will see that the players are out, and we are just moments away from the start of the finals of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 2023. Big game here. I think everybody is excited to see what this game would bring.
Yes, it's the finals of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 and tournament. Nutmeg Warriors versus Saffron Strikers. Both teams would have played well throughout the tournament. Nutmeg Warriors probably would have won more of their preliminary games than Saffron Strikers. But as we have seen, Saffron Strikers has picked it up in the last few games and really coming up strongly, defeating Bailey Blasters and gaining the spot in the finals. While the Nutmeg Warriors, I think the last 2 games came off a convincing win to cement their position in the finals. And I think they probably would have just get it together in terms of playing an all-round game. We would have seen parts. They probably might bat good and then obviously didn't bowl well. But we seen them turn it around. As we're about to see the first delivery, Alex Moses take it up from the northern end. Ball clipped just over mid-wicket. First delivery, and the batsman will come back for 2 runs. Steve Natram opening the batting with GM Benjamin. And Saffron Strikers really going to be hoping that Steve Natram will really get off today. We have not seen him really come into his own yet. Good delivery. Coming into the right-handed Natram, being pushed on the onside. 2 without loss, we into the finals.
So as we said, the power play will be key. And one will expect that the likes of Natram and Benjamin, they're going to look to exploit the conditions where the fielders are in.
This one again, just I think swinging a bit too much. As it pitches and Natram taking on the pad, high up on the pad, but heading down the leg side. Getting some pace off the wicket there. This one really skidding through. Moses just seemed to be able to skid off the wicket.
Yeah, again, good start there by Moses, and I think as we rightly said, he's the one that has been really giving the Nutmeg Warriors a good start with their bowling and has always kept it tight, and is doing just that.
Again, a short delivery, no time in there. Again, this would have been a slower delivery there as you were looking. The cut a short delivery that came back into the right hand and Natram cramped in for room. Ball just dropping out on the onside. First 5 deliveries so far, a good start. A short hit down to mid after the fielder comes around, takes a easy catch. Alexis Keane not getting hold of it and really finding himself in an awkward position and only able to play down to mid-off, and Alexis coming around, take it easily with both hands and the 4th footer dismissal.
Well, big wicket there. Natram not able to get off. Definitely Moses is overjoyed. You can see the excitement on his face. You look at the wicket and how he has bowled back off the length, asking the batsman to play from a height that is really uncomfortable for him. And so really good thinking, good strategy there by Moses and Fletcher. And the Nutmeg Warriors, they would love that start as we look at the replay. And we can see it just cramping him a bit. Easy catch there to the man at mid-on. And they have first strike.
Yeah, very good over. Look at the force, the pace there. And we see Moses really rushing in, bending his back and getting the ball to swing into the right hander. Again, he didn't have the room. It bounced a little bit more. And he looking to clear the infield. Obviously in the power play, you'd want to, as much as possible, clear the infield. But I think it was really being choked by that delivery. Only get it out the mid-off. Alexis taking up an easy catch. And Moses picking up a wicket in his first over. Just going for 2 runs. So Saffron Strikers, 2 for 1. As the informed Josh Thomas pick it up from this northern end. He really had the last few games he bowled pretty well.
Yeah, as we said, a lot depends on him and the start that he gets here today.
Played nicely down to backward square. Again, just a loosen up delivery. And Benjamin in full control. Didn't try to do too much. But got into position and played it down backward square for one. We have seen before where just Thomas would have opened the ball in, and his first few deliveries, just trying to get it there, maybe probably line and leg, not putting too much. But we would have seen him develop as he continued. Hit down to third man over backward point, and this one will just chop just before he gets into the boundary. But again, room given there, and Williams flashing hard, and it flew over backward point, and he picked up two. But even as that shot was played, one got the impression that there's some danger, whether it would have gone down to third man, but it went to backward point.
Yeah, when you hit them, you want to, as the batsman out there, you want to capitalize, really get the proper connection.
Yeah, another short delivery, again hit. No timing. Williams not timing it, and it went bonks into mid wicket. It's 5 for 1. We into the second over.
So again, Thomas starting really well, looking to put pressure onto these batsmen.
Yeah, played well by Williams. Slower delivery, and he just teared it down. It went slowly down to that short third man position.
So the stranglehold is on. I think the Saffron strikers, they will love to really get a couple balls there where they can clear the fence and get their momentum moving.
Yeah, they have started well, not conceding a boundary.
Yeah, and within the power play, not having the option of getting the ball to the ropes, it means that the bowling team has done really well, but they will want to break the shackles before the power play has ended, just to give themselves an option of getting maybe close to the 120 as they spoke of.
Oh, another good delivery that cut back into Williams, and just keeping a bit low, passing just outside the off stump. So that concludes the second over. 7 for 1, Saffron strikers being asked to bat first in this all-important finals.
Yeah, they've lost the early wickets. In this format, you really can't take too much time, to rebuild. You need to rebuild and still be able to get the scoreboard ticking over and get it ticking over quickly. So they don't have much time. They would need to really look to break the shackles and try to get a total that would be a respectable one.
Yeah, they really want to make maximum effort of that power play. The first 4 overs. We already had 2 overs being bowled. Just 7. Losing 1 wicket. So Moses going for 2 in his first over. The left-handed Benjamin.
It's going to be important how Benjamin and Williams play Alex Moses here. You do not want to be too defensive against him. Yes, he might be bowling well. You need to really get him off, off his length and get him off his line. How they would approach it is very important.
This one goes over the keeper head and will go down for the first boundary. And Benjamin looking to pull, probably taking the gloves. and just went over the keeper head, safest place on the field, and it went down for the first power 8 smashing 4.
Yeah, power 8 maximum. Power 8 smashing 4. Benjamin will be happy with the result. This might be what he needs. That little bit of impetus just to get going. He really needs to break the shackles and let loose, because a lot will depend on him.
Again, he's looking to pull. This one goes into the body. Not short enough. Benjamin himself being a short player. And this one dropping on the onside. But again, we see some aggressive bowling by Alex Moses. He really rushing in and bringing the ball from outside the off stump into the right hander, away from the left hander. And just seem to be keeping a really good line. Not strain too much. Making it difficulty for the batsman to really play any attacking shot against him. Again, good length. Loud appeal. Umpire is on move. He now has lift his fingers, and Benjamin goes caught at the wicket. Really, umpire stayed pretty long before he made that decision, and maybe he's waiting for Benjamin to turn around. No, and then making the decision. Saffron Strikers losing the second wicket. Fruit of dismissal. Benjamin goes, and it's 11 for 2.
Again, really big wicket there as you look at him, looking to swing that one, looking to break the shackles. Inside the edge, a decent catch there by the keeper. But more importantly, jubilation for the Nutmeg Warriors, because they know that GN Benjamin, seeing the back of GN Benjamin, is a big wicket, and they have done really well to restrict the Saffron Strikers and the powerful attack batting lineup that they have. So again, good length, good line. I was just about to say that they know his strength. They understand the strength of Benjamin is the cut and the pull, and they have not given that, and hence the pressure got to him.
Well, it was a very confident appeal, very confident appeal. What was interesting is the length of time before the decision was made, and somewhat tend to put a lot of doubts in person's mind. 11 for 2, but again, just going back to the shot that was played by Benjamin, we know how he plays normal cricket. Ryan John picks, pulling this one down to backward square, and he's off the mark. Short delivery, hustling onto him. He not being able to get hold of it, but he's off the mark with 12 for 2. And just making the point in terms of the role that Benjamin plays. This was a shot that is not like him, where you're looking to move down to swing across. We don't expect that from him. If he plays normally, we know that he plays really good cricket. This one, he was looking to go down and to swing, and just get in the edge. And yeah, Moses again continuing to keep it very tight. Really have been a good spell. He has concluded his second over and just conceding 8 runs, picking up 2 important wickets. Saffron Strikers 13 for 2 at the end of 3.
Nutmeg Warriors will feel that they are in the ascendancy, restricting a lineup like this to 13 for 2 after 3 overs, 1 more over remaining in the power play. And Josh Thomas, the way he has been bowling, it will be important that he closes off the power play well. But key for the Saffron Strikers is that Ryshawn Williams and Ryan John is out there, 2 of the more powerful hitters of the Saffron Strikers. A lot will depend on them and how long they remain at the crease.
So this will be a vital partnership between Williams and John. They would want to bat on for the next few overs, maybe all up to into the 8th over. Beautiful delivery by Thomas, again leaving the right-handed John. Williams they're probably just looking to play across this one. And it left him outside the off stump, but good length.
Yeah, I think he needed to really commit to the shot. not really getting across there to really play. I think he just tried to play the line that he thought the ball was on, but the movement took it away from him.
13 for 2 Saffron strikers. Yeah, extra added to the total. Thomas, they just a bit wide of the off stump. And the umpire, Sean Mooring, really had no difficulty in signaling wide. Hit over cover. Very good shot for Poet Maximum. Given the room, and Williams swinging through this one and hit it sweetly over extra cover and go for a real Poet Maximum.
This is what we know of Ryshawn Williams. When he hits them, they stay hit, and that one was really connected well. You heard the sound as it rushed off the bat and clearing the boundary. Definitely, once he remains there, he will look to turn it on for the Saffron Strikers.
20 for 2. Hit down to cover. Could be some danger there, and the throw just missing the stump. Again, Williams not timing this one, having to reach for it. And the cover fielder moving quickly to his left. Williams looking for a single, which really was not there. And that throw would have hit the stump, he would have been found wanting.
Importantly, the wicket wasn't left intact, so good cricket from them.
Pitch up again, a delivery leaving the right head, and Williams again just probably looking to hit it somewhere over mid-on and or maybe long on. Probably would have been advised to hit straighter, and that ball just moved away from the right-handed Williams.
Again, Josh Thomas really settling into a nice, decent line and length. You see him changing the deliveries and mixing it up, making sure that Williams does not really get comfortable in terms of what he serves up.
Hit on the pad there as you move across, trying to whip through mid-wicket. Thomas really was up in the appeal. And the umpire, Sean Waring, just signaled leg by. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, hitting pretty high, high up on the batsman there, and definitely a good decision by the umpire. Good hustle by the PO there. They understand the urgency of really building some momentum. As we look at it again, I think easily would have carried over the stumps.
Yeah, probably just hit outside the off stump also. And that concludes another over. 21 for 2. We have had 4 overs completed. Not a bad start by the Nutmeg Warriors, keeping things pretty quiet despite that maximum was hit in the last over.
Yeah, still pretty quiet. The Saffron Strikers, they will look to assess, what has happened. The power play has ended, and definitely it will take some good, sensible cricket from the PO there. No, as you rightly said, maybe they need to look to bat up to about 8 overs and really give their team a chance, because you have the likes of St. Paul, who we see has been able to come in and really finish the innings well for them. So definitely they have some firepower to come.
Yeah, they will have to continue to play positive. 4 overs already completed, 21 for 2. Sheldon Joseph pick up their attack from that southern end, and he's going to be bowling to Williams. First ball hit down to long off.
Again, the bowlers, they want to back up what has been done So as we see the change, definitely they want to back up what the opening bowlers have done. Look to really exploit the conditions that is out there and make sure that they make it as difficult as possible for the Saffron Strikers.
Yeah, down to middle again. So we are viewing the finals of the Dream 11 Special T10 tournament here at National Stadium in Grenada. Nutmeg Warriors versus Saffron Strikers. Nutmeg Warriors won the toss and asked Saffron Strikers to take first strike. And we are quickly into the fifth over, 23 for 2. Taking some bad there. This delivery is staying down a bit to Williams. And he taking on the pad, but we can hear the song from up here.
Yeah, the Saffron Strikers really need to get going. They need some power hit maximums to ensure that they really get up to a total. Going at 23 after 5, it means that they're getting up to about 51. And as we know in this tournament, and with a wicket like this, a score of 51 really wouldn't be a contest for the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, we really have been hoping to see, a game where there's really some big scores, maybe over 100 and 120, 30 being chased, and really competitively. We haven't seen that in the tournament so far, but both teams, I think, are so equipped that, you can have that sort of score. Team boasts on the quality players on each team. But it's not the sort of start I think Saffron Strikers would have wanted, going into the fifth over and they are just 24 for 2. Clipped off his legs. Superb shot for us. Power hit maximum. Again, strained down the leg side, and what a tremendous shot there by Williams. And it's so important to get into position. He just clipped it off his legs and sail over mid-wicket for a power hit maximum.
Yeah, much needed power hit maximum for the Saffron Strikers. They will need a lot more of this as we look at the replay. I'm going quite a good distance over the boundary ropes. 6 to their total.
Pull down to square leg, and he's going to pick up another 2 runs there. Ball shortish delivery, not getting hold of this one as he was looking again to pull, probably to clear mid-wicket again. And get it down to square leg. So the backward square had some running to do to his left. Likewise, a mid-wicket to his right. So 2 more to Williams. He moves to 19. It's 32 for 2.
Yeah, again, key in Williams and John, being out there and making sure that they set a good platform for the batsmen to come. How does the matchups really work? That is important. That's going to say a lot coming in from here. The bowlers that are available to Fletcher, they have to come in and make sure that they really keep that pressure.
Timing in that final delivery. So we have 5 overs completed, 33 for 2. Williams on 19. Ryan John on 2. And it's so important that this pair stay together for at least the next 3 overs if they're going to really get up to the sort of score that they will feel comfortable with. The 33 for 2. 5 overs completed, and the next 3 overs. Their scoring partnership so far is 22. Current run rate of 6.60. And I know they will really want to get that run rate up. It's still I know thinking of the sort of score they'll want to end up with 120, but it will be hard going from here on.
Yeah, definitely will be hard going. We have mic'd up on the field Andre Fletcher, and so we're going to have a chat with him within this over and maybe a couple of deliveries in the other over.
Descartes, a clip down the leg side. This going to go for another maximum again. Strained down the leg side, first delivery, and picked up nicely by Ryan John and clipped over a wide long leg for another maximum.
Yeah, again, it's really important that these two remain out there for as long as possible. Right, so we...
Fletcher, you into the finals for the... We'll continue with...
Take it.
39 for 2. Again, he's looking to pull from outside the off stump. Again, Ryan John looking again to clear mid-wicket. There's a mid-wicket fielder right back. There's a long on. Also deep backward square, right back on the boundary.
Yeah, so as we say, a lot will depend on the pair. They're looking good so far, looking to really increase the run rate. They need to get that run rate up over 10.
Outside the off stump, caught at the wicket. Again, John flashing at this one outside the off stump. Just reaching for it and taking it. Shaken by the keeper. Fruiter dismissal. Important wicket of Ryan John. Caught at the wicket of the bowling of Descartes for 8. 39 for 3.
Yeah, a really big strike there for the Nutmeg Warriors. The dangerous John going, really a naughty shot by John, looking to really belt it somewhere over the square leg region. The point region, and not really getting nothing but a faint edge. Descartes, had he had left that would have been a wide delivery and one more to the total and still another opportunity for him to get off.
Yeah, and he actually stood and just flashed, didn't really move across. If he stepped across, and he probably would have get closer to the ball, probably get over it, and then flash it down to the backward point for 4. But really, we just needed to get closer to that delivery.
Yeah, again, good tactic by the Nutmeg Warriors in ensuring that they kept the ball away from his hitting arc, because once it's straight enough, he will hit. And so definitely the tactic and the ploy has worked for them.
So as we into the 6th over, 39 for 3. Anil Matthew.
3 balls there, right? I'm over. 3 balls left. With gloves.
Not the sort of start that Saffron striker would have needed.
We did say that they had an up and down start-stop campaign, and here we're seeing it again. But I do hope that for the purpose of the finals, just being here, that they can really get some momentum going and they can put on a score that could really give them a chance to chase and maybe see them come across the line as champions.
Yeah, you'd want to step up as you go into the final. Any final you find yourself in you as a team, you really would want to step up in terms of your performance. We haven't seen it in the batting so far. Pitch chop and hit over cover. Good shot, dropping 1 bounce and goes across the rope for a power 8 smashing 4.
Yeah, good strike there by Matthew again. Coming in, looking to ensure that he gets some sort of momentum into this innings. They haven't had much momentum as yet, and definitely somebody has to raise their hands and look to really put on that sort of innings that is going to give them that target that they can be comfortable in chasing, in bowling down.
So Matthew off the mark with 4. Yeah, this one going to go down to the boundary. Fine Todman for another smashing 4 again. Given the room there, and Anil Matthew swinging and just getting an edge and picking up another boundary, but they won't be too worried how the boundary comes, but need a lot more of that as we see completion of the 6th over, 47 for 3.
Yeah, really, he wouldn't mind that. That's a good result for him, good result for the Saffron Strikers. They are in the finals. I think they know what is needed. From here on in, they need to really go at just about, I would put it 12 and over, to give them some sort of total that can, the bowlers can defend.
So Imran Joseph, he's going to pick up the attack. 47 for 3.
So again, it would be important for Imran Joseph, who is coming in now to, continue to keep up the pressure. Definitely the batsman will look to come after him.
This one is clipped down to backward square for 6. What a superb shot. A powered maximum. Shortish delivery, lift into the body, and Williams really got into position and clipped it really nicely off his hips, and it sailed over backward square for powered maximum.
Yeah, good shot there. Good clean strike. I think, again, this ball down the leg side means that it is possible for him to get the maximum with the fielder up inside the circle. And so he was able to clear the circle.
Beaten. Better length delivery there. And Williams looking to somewhat play to mid-wicket, play across it slightly. Williams on 25 and really has played a good hand so far. 17 deliveries faced. Already hit 3 maximum, 3 sixes.
Yeah, he wants to remain outside there and make sure that he guides this team to some sort of respectable total.
A push jump to long on, better delivery. See just a bit of cloud coming across. Just a little bit overcast, no threat of rain. 54 for 3. Into the 7th over. Imran Joseph in his first over. This one hit over cover backward point, and one bounce down to the boundary for Poet, smashing for bad delivery by Joseph, given the right treatment by Matthew.
Yeah, again, it's a good shot there by Matthew. What is important there is that the bowler gave him some room, and he was able to free the arms and actually lift it as it bounced and came through. So you do not want to give him that sort of room.
So Joseph going for 11 runs so far in this over. Being hit for powered maximum, then a smashing 4. 59 for 3. We've seen the scoring rate picked up, 8.63.
Good innings so far by Williams, just looking to pick up the singles, pick up the odd boundaries, make sure that he keeps the scoreboard ticking. Definitely, once he remains there, I think they're going to look to get a total that is in excess of 80. There is 60 for 3 after some 7 overs, means that they still have a platform that they can launch off from.
Yeah, they would be disappointed if they get under 90 with 3 overs to go. Sheldon Joseph going for some 12 runs in his first over. Imran Joseph also going for 12 in his first over. No, Joseph.
Run your ball right time over, batter.
Saffron strikers 60 for 3 after 7 overs. With Rishon Williams 27 and in Matthew on 12. Again, straying down the leg side is Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph will want to settle in here and continue the good work that has been done so far by the Nutmeg Warriors. I think they've really done well in restricting the batting lineup that we've seen from the Saffron strikers.
Hit to cover, and that's going to go down to the boundary for Power smashing for a ball. Given some air, even though it was a slower delivery, picked it well and hit it down to that extra cover region. No chance for the long off or even the extra cover fielder and picking up another boundary.
Yeah, good shot there by Williams. Really not playing around with them. Once it's in his area where he can capitalize, he's intent on doing that.
Yeah, just a bit of ill discipline shown there by Sheldon Joseph. So we had the 2 Joseph in operation. Sheldon Joseph. And Imran Joseph.
Yeah, with some 6 runs coming off 1 delivery so far in this over.
Hit down to long on. Fletcher comes in, takes the catch. And William goes. Again, looking to clear the long on. And went down to Fletcher, who comes off the boundary. And another fruiter dismissal. The important wicket of Rishon Williams going for 31.
Yeah, good knock there by Williams. Much of what his team needed, but I think they needed a bit more. And definitely a big strike for them. They will really have to work hard to make sure that they get a score, maybe just about 90 odd, to really try to put some pressure. The bowling that they have, I think, might be able to defend something around 90, but they would really love to maybe cross the 100 mark.
Yeah, they certainly want to add quite a bit more. They are going at 9 runs and over. So they should get over, definitely over 80. But an important blow struck the back of Williams, who played a really good inning. Really was striking the ball well. Hitting in his inning, really hitting some really good shot.
Yeah, I think the Nutmeg Warriors, they are really bossing this finals. As we said, they've been here 3 times before, and so they know what it is, to be in this sort of position, and definitely their experience showing here today.
Right, I'm over.
Yeah, they will want to turn thing around. So 66 for 4. Javel St. Paul. Ball pushed back along the wicket. St. Paul, we know how he can strike the ball.
Well, we know that St. Paul, once you pitch it up to him, he will have a go. The deliveries that really have troubled him is similar to what he has just faced. So definitely they have to be aware of that.
Pitch up in the air, and that clears long off very easily for a Power maximum. Again, just pitching up, and Javel St. Paul giving it the full treatment. Really hit it sweetly over long off for a Power maximum.
Yeah, wonderful, and that is the risk you have when you're bowling to St. Paul. You have to make sure that you stay in your half, and he stays in his half. Anything that you come into his half, he will deal with you.
72 for 4. Again, hit over long on. This one goes over wide mid wicket for yet another Power maximum, and St. Paul's really looking to take Joseph apart. 78 for 4.
Yeah, again, good clean strike. From the time he hit it, he knew that one would clear the ropes. There was no doubt. Swinging and swinging really hard, and St. Paul is determined to make sure that he gets his team close to 100.
Yeah, pace taking off the slow delivery. And they pick up a bye.
Yeah, more importantly, it brings St. Paul back on strike for the next over. So the pressure of this over will be certainly carried over into the next over.
Yeah, 79 for 4, still 2 overs to go. So really it's a good over. Joseph, they're going for 13, is 2 overs. Javel St. Paul, 2 maximum. So Imran Joseph, he's going to come in with his second over, going for 12 in his first over. And he'll be bowling to St. Paul, who looks as though he's on a mission.
Yeah, another very important over by Joseph.
Swung over mid-wicket, again for another power hit maximum. Really picked it up well. And with all the ease in the world, hit it over mid-wicket for another maximum.
Yeah, St. Paul has shown that he has the hitting ability and can clear the ropes really easy. And again, just latching onto that one and no mistakes, clearing the rope by a distance. Well done, Javel St. Paul. More importantly, the Saffron Strikers have a bit of momentum going into the innings.
85 for 4. And St. Paul quickly goes on to 18. Just 5 deliveries. And this one, they just seem to, keeper just seemed to injure maybe his finger there. As this ball just staying down a bit and really in some pain there.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate when you see injuries like this. It seemed like the hand must have jarred with the delivery. I'm trying to take it off the floor.
Yeah,
can be very painful.
Yeah, physio Dr. Christopher quickly out.
But really important here, though, is that the Saffron Strikers, they have gotten up past the 80-run mark. They will be looking, as we look at the replay, yeah, definitely hitting that finger there, and really painful here. One would hope that he will be all right to carry on.
Yeah, it just seemed to be hitting somewhere at the thumb area.
Yeah, you can see that it's strapped, and it means that he might be carrying some sort of injury there already.
So 85 for 4, this partnership, already 19, and St. Paul 18 out of this partnership. He has really came in and turned things around. So both Joseph seem to be on the expensive side. Bowled him right up. Yokeling delivery, and again St. Paul looking to hit across it and missing. Another fruit of dismissal. Ball crashing into the stumps. And Saffron Strikers losing a 5th wicket.
Yeah, really good delivery there. No way you could get under that. The most he could have done was to probably look to squat it square of the wicket. But definitely, once you look for a big shot there, there's no result other than you losing your wicket. So a big strike there by Imran Joseph. The dangerous St. Paul goes. Again, a setback for the Saffron Strikers. They will really have loved to have him out there just to give them that impetus with the 1.3 overs remaining. But importantly, Cyrus is there. He can strike it. Let's see how they go, because they really, I think it's really important that they get to a total that would give the Nutmeg Warriors a real fight.
Yeah, good innings played by St. Paul. The thing is, he only faced 7 deliveries and scored a quick fire 18, which would have really pushed the run rate up. He's now at 10 runs. and really put the Saffron strikers in a better position. Now Cyrus will come in with next few deliveries. We'll look to take the attack to Joseph. Good Yorkerling delivery push down to long on area. Ball traveling very slow. And Cyrus coming back for 2.
Yeah, again, 2 very important runs for the Saffron strikers. But Joseph seemed to have his radar right and is really homing in on these stumps.
Hit down to the backward point boundary for 4. Again, pitch up room, and Cyrus really swinging hard. And it flashed down to the backward point area. Between backward point and short third man, really rushed down to the boundary for another power. Smashing 4.
Really awesome shot there by Cyrus. Equal to that one. That one was not right up in the block hole. And once you miss your length here, we keep saying the wicket is a good wicket for batting. So once you miss the length and the batsmen going hard as they are, you're definitely going to go for runs.
It's a 91 for 4. And that's the end of the Imran Joseph over. Had 1 for 24 at 91 for 5, and we had some 9 overs being completed.
Yeah, 91 for 5. I think the Saffron strikers will be happy with that position going into the last over. The last over could be a really big over for them. How the bowler bowls will be very important. Can he really bowl to the field that the captain is going to give him? Or is it that he's going to really, look to go after the batsmen? They need to be clear in their plans.
Yeah, this last over, he will be looking really to get as much runs as possible in this last over. As Descarte, he will pick up the attack. He has already bowled 1 over. Has gone for 14 runs and picked up 1 wicket.
Yeah, big over there by Descarte asking. He's asked by his captain to really close off this innings.
Hit where this goes. Cover, over, mid-off going back. Really not getting hold of it. And batsman picking up 2 there, but really probably should have been further back, having to run back. It make it really difficult. Bishop make it really difficult. And the ball swollen, as we said before, breeze sort of heavy here, swollen about, not getting a hand to it. But he remains at the edge of the circle at mid-off. Swung straight. And mid-off fielder comes in, 94 for 5.
Yeah, with the score of 94 for 5, definitely Cyrus being on strike now will be looking to clear the boundaries. How Descarte bowls, what he bowls will be very important. I think he has to make sure that he is clear in his plans, because if he misses, I foresee Cyrus is really going to try to take him to the cleaners.
Again, a short delivery. And Cyrus pulling away. Wasn't nowhere close to that delivery. It's pass outside the off stump.
Yeah, good delivery, good clever delivery by Descarte using the shorter one. I think he understands that Cyrus is looking to pull everything and not really looking to open up the body and go over the offside.
Again, down the wicket looking for a swing. They're going to take a bye in the process. Cyrus again looking to come down the track. Really, again, not close to the delivery as it passed outside the off stump.
Yeah, again, clever bowling. Not looking to go up into the half of Cyrus, just keeping it short, back of a length, ensuring that he gets the bunks from the wickets, which makes it really difficult to hit.
Yeah, again, just picking up another single as it goes down to mid-off. This Cartier wouldn't mind the singles. 96 for 5 with just one delivery remaining. Saffron strikers. Hit, and where does this one go? Going to clear the mid wicket for Power maximum. Final delivery, and Cyrus picking it up and hitting it over mid wicket for Power maximum. Really for a good end to the innings. 102 for 5 at the end of the 10 overs.
Yeah, really good going there by the Saffron strikers. Leaving all the excitement to the end. They had a really steady start, slow start, but they were able to really pile on the pressure, pile on the boundaries, coming to the back end of the innings, and definitely a score of 102. They will be satisfied. Though they may have wanted more, but they will be satisfied. They will take this and really look to work with it.
Yeah, well, with the slow start they had, they would feel a little bit satisfied the fact that they got up to 102. Whether or not that will be enough, 102 is runs on the board, and despite the strength of the Nutmeg Warriors batting, this is runs on the board. So 1, 2, 3 early wickets, could really change things around. So something they can work with, and they would hope that even going onto the field with the strength of the spin bowling, they will give them a chance with the score at 102 for 5.
Yeah, I think definitely they would think that they're in with a chance. It will be important, how they go about, how they utilize their bowlers, how they the strategies that they would employ against the different batsmen. The matchups will be really, really important. You have to make sure that you get the powerhouses early as possible.
So Natram was the first to go. He was caught by Alexis Bowl Moses for 2. Benjamin didn't last long. He was caught by Andrew Bowl Moses for 6. Williams, who played a fine hand, he went caught by Fletcher Bowl Joseph 31. Ryan John didn't last long, went for 8. Javel St. Paul's really played a good innings, went for 18. Cyrus, he was not out on 12. And he ended on 102 for 5. Just quickly the bowling, Moses, 2 overs went for 8. He picked up 2 wickets, the best of the bowlers. Thomas with his 2 overs, 11 runs, no wicket. Sheldon Joseph, 2 overs, went bit on the expensive side, picking up 1 for 30. Descarte, 1 for 24 in his 2 overs. And Imran Joseph, 1 for 24 in his 2 overs. So I think Sherin is ready for us on the ground. Sherin, over to you.
One of the batsmen from Saffron Strikers. Raishon, now at the toss, your captain indicated that he would have hoped to get 120 runs on the board. You ended on 102. How comfortable are you guys with this score?
I'm pretty comfortable and confident that my team will restrict Fletcher and those guys.
Okay, and as one of the batsmen, how did you think, as one of the batsmen, and you've played on the wicket, what do you think your bowlers would need to do in order to restrict the batsmen of the Nutmeg Warriors?
The wicket is on the slower side, so I would use the wicket, bowl a lot of cutters and stuff like that, just to use the wicket. When it's full, it's easier to hit.
Okay, thank you very much, and all the best in your cheese.
Yeah, no problem.
And there you have it, Raishon Williams from Saffron Strikers.
Yeah, he played a good inning. His 28 really was a good inning that really helped, push him up to that score of 102. So there we have it into the finals. We have just seen the completion of the inning of Saffron Strikers, 102. They were looking for 120, get 102. I guess, as we say, it's runs on the board that they can work with. We are going to see the reply for the Nutmeg Warriors, who would be looking to chase down the first victory in 3 finals. And we certainly all be awaiting to see the reply. So join us in just about 5 minutes as we see the Nutmeg Warriors reply.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. 'Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Well, that looks like an awesome ground. It's a very fast outfield, and once the ball is struck and stays on the carpet, no doubt it will travel racing to the boundary ropes for 4. And we hope to see a whole lot of that and some more here this afternoon. We've had some massive strikes already in this, the first innings, the innings where the Saffron Strikers were asked to bat. They got to 102 for 5. At the top of the scorecard for the Saffron Strikers was Ryshawn Williams. He was ended up being dismissed by Andre Fletcher for 31. Took 21 deliveries to get there. Was a slow start, but inside half hour, he really motored inside the last 15 minutes and got to 31. Javel St. Paul was striking the ball really cleanly, superbly, until he was bowled with a gem by Joseph. He went for 18. In the midst of all of that, the extras for the Saffron Strikers went to 10. And the bowling figures, let's look at it quickly. The most expensive of the bowlers, Sheldon Joseph, went for 30 off his 2 overs, just picking up the 1 wicket. And Shadrach Descarte, quite unlike him, quite uncharacteristic, going for 24. And Imran Joseph also going for 24, both picking up 1 wicket. Alex Moses, the top in the wickets column, he only got 8 runs off his 2 overs, picking up 2 wickets. And he picked up the wickets of Gian Benjamin and Stephen Nettram, the 2 opening bowlers, going down to Alex Moses. In the midst of all of that, the Saffron Strikers, they were able to get to 102 for 5. And that's the story, 103 to win. The Saffron Strikers really have posted a pretty decent total here in this tournament, and the race is on. This is what it has all come down to. 15 days of cricket, 2 matches per day. 29 matches have already been played. Match number 30 in full effect, in full swing, and the final innings of this Dream 11 T10 tournament, where the Nutmeg Warriors are trying to win their second tournament in 3 tries. Getting to all 3 finals will need to score 103 to win this Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament 2023. At the wicket is Javon Andrew and Kieran Kotoy for the Nutmeg Warriors. And opening the bowling will be Kem Charles for the Saffron Strikers. First delivery up, and Kem Charles always just threatening just outside the off stump, pushing it wide of the right-hander and not being able to get any bat onto it. So a very tensed afternoon it is going to be for sure at the National Stadium right here. Good afternoon to my good friend Clyde Rondell John, and really this is what it has all come down to, my friend. This time he strikes it. That's a good, clean strike. It's going to travel. It's going to roll into the boundary now, just crashing in to the Dreamy Level advertising board. And Javon Andrew goes quickly for 4. That's a power 8, cracking 4 inside the first over. That's a brilliant way to start this innings.
Yeah, really good way to start. Latching onto that one wide outside the off stump. He went across and ensured that he got close enough to it and pulling it over the man at long on. And definitely good result for him. Good start. Good positive start for the day.
It's a good shot again through the offside this time. Picking up just 1. The ball going down in the deep. And Javon Andrew is showing that he really wants to get on with it. He's going to punish the balls that are right up there in the slot. Kieran Kotoy. Really a whole lot is expected of this young man. He has a whole lot of talent, and he would really want to get off. He's had some modest scores. He's a whole lot better than his scorecard so far for the tournament, and he wants to really get a huge score today to see the Nutmeg Warriors home. This time he's onto it quickly, backward a square. That's 4. Great shot.
Yeah, really good placement. What that was really important, that he got inside of the delivery and be able to turn it backward a square. Really good shot by Kotoy, and the Warriors are off.
Off to a really good start. 9 runs coming off the over, and Kieran Kotoy really smacking this one down backward a square for 4. Still 1 delivery left in the over. Kem Charles' first over. That's a modest strike there for Kieran Kotoy. No runs coming off the last delivery of the over. And the end of over number 1, the Nutmeg Warriors in search of 103. They're 9 without loss. Javon Andrew on 5 and Kieran Kotoy on 4.
Yeah, again, good start by Charles. Really looking to restrict the run scoring, but unfortunately, the batsmen, they were up to it. It's going to be important. The spinners, we've seen them being used. They have to really play a critical part, Jason. How well they get off will be really important as to how that run chase goes.
So we've seen this before. These Saffron Strikers coming with spin at the very start of the innings. This time Delaney Andrew is going to be coming in from the commentary booth end or from the Darbo end. They've got 4 powerful spinners, these Saffron Strikers, and they really pride themselves with the power of their spinners. Didn't want to chance it there at all. That could have been suicidal. The call of weight was clear and distinct.
Yeah, especially when you hit the ball to the likes of Dara Saris, who has a really powerful arm.
This one is ballooned down to a mid-square leg. Is it going to carry? It just eludes the fielders running back, and it's safe. And the batsmen getting a couple more runs.
Yeah, I really like the approach of Andrew here. Anything offline will be punished. He's in the mode that he has the confidence. He has had some good innings coming into this final, and so definitely he's looking to put bat to ball.
There's good work, good fielding, some commotion on the field because the fielder was clearly interrupted, and the umpire raises his finger. The umpire raises his finger. He's gone. He's gone. Let's see.
You run to me, I never watch you.
Oh, we've got to take another look at another angle because clearly Javon Andrew is not pleased. Maybe thought that his progress was impeded.
Yeah, again, once you hit that ball to Cyrus, it's important that you make sure that you can get there. Cyrus is a really good fielder and has a really good, powerful arm, and you saw that throw coming in there really quickly.
All right, well, we're inside the second over already. These Nutmeg Warriors in search of 103. They're 11 for 1.
Yeah, so a whole lot happening here in this over.
Go ahead.
Definitely the momentum has been going with the Nutmeg Warriors. The Saffron Strikers looking to really come back and make sure that they keep the pressure, and losing wickets is pressure.
But Teddy Bishop has been brought into the attack now for the Nutmeg Warriors. So Teddy Bishop, that's the guy who has the best strike rate of the tournament so far, came in blistering yesterday. This time Kotai is playing it into the onside. Just one. Teddy Bishop goes into strike. Yeah, this young Teddy Bishop came in and was in blistering form, especially not yesterday, but the day before that, when he was really striking the ball around the park, especially along the ground, and ended up with a strike rate of 235. That's the best strike rate of the tournament so far, this young Teddy Bishop.
Yeah, we know he has tremendous talent. He can strike it really well. And so definitely once he's out there, runs will score.
Good afternoon to our friends in Trinidad and Tobago, those of you viewing on CCN TV6, our friends in St. Lucia on Winners TV. Here in Grenada, we're live on the Grenada Broadcasting Network. And also carrying the television broadcast on 89.1, The One. Good afternoon to everyone, and a special good afternoon to our friends on the social media page, the Grenada Cricket Association's Facebook page. Gordon Miller, I see you. This one punched cleanly, stroked nicely, beautifully in a Teddy Bishop style through the offside for 4. He's always in such wonderful command of his batting, this young Teddy Bishop, isn't he?
Yes, he is a really good talent, and again, he has that ability where when he plays the deliveries, he looks so comfortable. He just needs to be out there and really need to kick on.
Very watchful. Bishop, so he's had a strike rate of 235 coming into today. And the other top leaders, of course, Lyndon Lawrence, who played in the first match today. Runs total of 273. Pay attention to that because the stats also show that while Lyndon Lawrence is at the top of the runs table, Andre Fletcher is third with 240, which means he's not too far off. And a good knock today from Andre Fletcher could cartwheel him up to the top of the runs total. He probably would be looking at that as well. More importantly, he's going to pay attention to what's happening here on the field. This is over number 3 about to start. The Nutmeg Warriors are 14 for 1. And Stephen Nettram is down on the ground with us. Stephen Nettram, good afternoon. Where are you?
Point.
All right, we're still looking for... We didn't hear. We didn't come through clearly. Where are you, Stephen Nettram?
I'm at backward point.
Okay, Stephen Nettram is at backward point. Now we see you. All right, well, you guys have posted a pretty decent total. After a slow start, you got to 102. You're liking 102, Stephen?
Yeah, we are liking the score. We're aiming for much more than that, but if a slow start, we'll take 102.
All right, Stephen Nettram, you from St. Vincent or St. Lucia?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia. Your tournament is starting tomorrow as well in St. Lucia. Your Dream 11 T10 tournament is starting tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful strike. That's a clean strike. That's nothing short of magnificent. And it went all the way down to the long off boundary. That's a power 8 cracking 4.
Yeah, good shot by Katoy, playing through the line of that one. Lewis pitching up in his half, and he was equal to that task.
All right, Stephen Nettram, talk to us about the conditions outside there. How are you guys feeling with 102? Pretty defendable, you think?
Yeah, very defendable. A few good overs, and 102 turns into 140.
This one is whipped through the onside. He's got runs here again. Just one. Kieran Katoy picking up another single. Kieran Katoy has moved to 10 quickly. He's really in need of some runs here, but I'm quite sure the Saffron Strikers, they've got something to say about that. Sherman Lewis is coming in from the River Road end. Sherman Lewis, quick, medium, almost fast. And he always finds himself on a good length. You liking the bowling of Sherman Lewis, aren't you, Kieran Katoy? Nitram.
Yeah, Sherman is a very big bowler for us. International player, a lot of skills, a lot of ability. We are backing him here.
Again,
I'm sure.
Flash outside the off stump, a wide delivery, uncharacteristic of Teddy Bishop. He's normally in more control, and the Saffron Strikers wouldn't mind that at all. Very encouraging for them.
Yeah, it's a no ball, a free hit for the batsman. Again, Bishop looking to go down the wicket. Not really in a good position to play that one. But he will want to capitalize on that free hit now. How Sherman Lewis bowls will be important.
Well, he got it. Not passing the fielder there down on the square leg. Just the one. Just the one. So you guys have restricted the Nutmeg Warriors really, Stephen Netram, because with the power hitting that this team has got, to hold them for 21 for 1 inside over number 3 inside the power play, you must be very comfortable with that. Happy about that, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, we are, because they are very boundary every team, a lot of power hitters in there. As long as we can keep the boundary count down, I believe we can restrict them.
Oh, that's a strike, but only balloons. And Delaney, that looks like the captain. He's under it, and he takes a comfortable catch. So Daryl Cyrus settling under it, and Kieran Katoy perishes. He goes for 10. Caught by Cyrus off the bowling of Sherman Lewis. The Nutmeg Warriors are 21 for 2.
Yeah, again, another really important strike for the Saffron Strikers. Katoy, seeing the back of Katoy is a big wicket for them. It means that they have to restart again. They will definitely be looking to rebuild from here, but importantly for the Strikers, they are getting the wickets and they're getting them pretty regularly.
Stephen Netram, talk to us about your home country, St. Lucia, and your participation in the Dream 11 T tournament there, and comparing it to here, Grenada. Talk to us about that quickly.
Well, back home, I would say compared to Grenada, I would say you get a bit more professionalism in it, but comparing the two, it's pretty much the same. The atmosphere, the players, the quality of players, the wicket, the cricket, pretty much the same compared to the two compared together.
All right, I like the sound of that, my friend. All right, well, Stephen Netram, you've not been able to get off. We've been looking at you, hoping that you can really post a big score. You've not been having the kind of batting starts that you wanted, and it was really a challenging one for you in 2023. Any thoughts for 2024 and how you're going to improve that and improve your game in general and, maybe get to the next level?
I'll get you after this ball.
That's a beautiful strike. That's a brutal strike. The batsman at the other end, Teddy Bishop, had to go down low. He really needed to protect himself. Nothing short of evasive actions, and that was plummeted to the boundary for 4. Yeah, Netram, we're back at you.
Really did not get off around there too. Really struggled for that one, but the guys still supported me. Keep motivating me that maybe the good score come, but didn't come. But hopefully I'm here back again for the next edition. Hopefully I'll be able to light it up next time around.
And keep your head up and keep on doing what you're doing and just keep on improving. That's the advice we can give you here. In the meantime, Teddy Bishop is looking to flash, looking to slap it across the mid-wicket and making no connection. All right, well, Stephen Netram, thanks a lot for chatting with us. We're going to let you get back to the action because you've got a total to defend. You're defending 102, and the Nutmeg Warriors are 25 for 2, and this is the end of 3. So we wish you guys all the best outside there in the middle. Have fun.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right. Well, that's the voice of Stephen Netram, who was mic'd up there on the field chatting with us. And we've got a whole lot of friends all around the world watching. Good afternoon to my good friend Anthony Braveboy. He has just joined the broadcast on social media. Also, Z and Glenn Mark. Good afternoon to all our friends viewing on social media. The finals of the Dream 11 T10 tournament. Delaney Alexander will continue from the commentary booth end. Teddy Bishop is there waiting for him. These Nutmeg Warriors really pride themselves with their batting, an extensive batting lineup. Teddy Bishop is going. He's gone. He's gone. The dangerous wicket of Teddy Bishop is gone. And guess who takes the catch? None other than Darryl Cyrus, the captain. He has found himself always in the right position. And the magnetic field traveled the ball straight to him. And Teddy Bishop, the dangerous Teddy Bishop, is gone.
Yeah, again, another really important strike by the Saffron strikers. They are really looking to defend that score of 102. You can see the confidence in them. Cyrus is there. He's like a magnet to that. He's everywhere. And he has been involved in every wicket so far. So Cyrus really taking everything on his shoulders as the captain.
Well, there's no better way to lead from the front. And talking about leading from the front, look who walks out now. The captain of the Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher. Really disappointment for Teddy Bishop. He has been stroking the ball really well for the last couple of days. And he would have loved to get among the runs. But the Nutmeg Warriors, they wouldn't mind too much. They've got a deep batting lineup. And for them, they would fancy their chances now because we're still inside the power play. Just 5 more legal deliveries remaining inside the power play. And the captain, Andre Fletcher, walks out. He's had a high score of 79 in this format of the game. A strike rate of 191. And he's been brutal with 4s and 6s. He operates in boundaries primarily, Andre Fletcher. Delaney Alexander is heading towards him. We're going to give you a position, a field positioning in just a minute because we're still inside the power play, so the restrictions have applied still. A lot on the periphery of the inner circle. Delaney Alexander coming in. He's got a man down deep on the square leg, on the mid-wicket boundary. And then he's got Ryan John on the long-on boundary for Andre Fletcher. Everyone else is just on the periphery of the inner circle. And Andre Fletcher immediately getting off the mark, taking a quick, sharp single. Mistiming it. The ball kept low.
Yeah, I think he tried to make sure that he got over the ball and just ended up hitting it too much down into the wicket, so it didn't really go out as it should.
Tense moments here at the National Stadium. He's ballooned this one, a leading edge, but dropping safely and running down to third man. Pretty decent work down in the deep. And the batsman crossed for 2. So the Nutmeg Warriors move on. They're chipping away at this total. They were asked to get 103 to win. They're 28 for 3.
Yeah, they've lost 3 quick wickets, but their scoring rate is really good.
Just eluding the fielder there, just going through his hands. It was a chance going down, really. And Shadrach Descartes connecting firmly. And just eluding the fielder there at square leg.
Yeah, I think Rishon Williams would really be disappointed. That would have really helped to break the back of the Nutmeg Warriors innings.
Well, we don't have a roof outside in the middle, but that would have surely lifted the roof if there was one. He's struck, but the umpire says no. And it's Shadrach Descartes and Andre Fletcher. Very close friends they are at the wicket, so there's always this beautiful telepathic communication between the both of them. And they're going to try to milk it. Good afternoon again to more people logging on to the social media page. Jed McNeil, good afternoon. A beautiful Spice Country, Grenada. What you're seeing are photos from the National Cricket Stadium. It's a beautiful stroke, well played. It's timely struck, and yeah, they cross for 1. So Shadrach Descartes just playing it expertly. He holds on to the strike. That's the end of the power play. At the end of the power play, the Nutmeg Warriors are 33 for 3. Where were the Saffron Strikers at the end of the power play?
At the end of the power play, the Saffron Strikers, they were 21 for 2. And so definitely the Nutmeg Warriors, they are ahead in terms of the runs. They've lost one more wicket, but it's really a nicely poised, well set up game here on in, because you saw the impetus that went into the Saffron Strikers innings. They would need that sort of impetus and more if they're going to cross that line.
All right, well, Azaz Patel is predicting that the team that bats second will win, so he's predicting a win for the Nutmeg Warriors. We'll wait and see how that goes. And Harry Nehemiah has joined him, has agreed with him. Well, don't get yourselves too excited, guys. Anything can happen. You know that better than anyone else. It's the game of cricket, the game of glorious uncertainties.
Yeah, I think a lot, Jason, would depend on this pair here. Again, a really important pair for the Nutmeg Warriors. While they have the firepower, but some of their firepower is hit or miss. So these are the two men that really needs to steady the innings.
That's beautifully played, but can't beat the man at point. So Shadrach stays on 11. Andre Fletcher still on 1. He's not had much of the strike at all. He's only faced one delivery for his one. So Andre Fletcher still there. He's trying to take evasive actions, the batsman, but he was lofted it, and it goes down to backward a square for 1, just on the edge of the boundary. They will contemplate the second, but wisely deciding against it. The return was a blistering one.
Yeah, again, discarded, living really dangerously. I'm not really sure that he has been in control of most of the shots that he has hit so far. So he will want to make sure that he gets himself in the good position and really belt that ball around, and not really, he would not want to give a chance here now.
Sherman Lewis is into his second and final over in this format of the game. A bowler can only bowl 2 overs, a maximum of 2. He's had 18 wickets in the tournament so far, best 2 for 8, and an economy rate of 9.4. So he has not been too expensive, this Sherman Lewis. He's bowled pretty tidy in this tournament so far. Andre Fletcher still can't get it out of the inner circle, but he does pick up 1 again, relinquishing the majority of the strike to Shadrach Discard.
Yeah, again, Fletcher just looking to pick up the singles. The Scott seemed to be the one tasked with trying to make sure that he really beats the ball around the park, and so you can see it by the way he's batting. He's taking all the chances. Once he gets off, it will mean that the Warriors are closer to their target.
He's got in control of it, and this one has gone the distance. He is almost caught out in the stands there, and he picked out the spectator, down in the white T-shirt in the stands. Couldn't hold on to it. Would have been a good spectator catch, but nonetheless, a power 8 maximum, 6 runs. So Shadrach Discard getting in on the action. He's gone to 18 already. This time he has gone over the infield. The shout is catch, and he's dropped. Oh, it was a sitter really, and Shadrach Discard given a life. And this could prove detrimental for these Saffron Strikers. You've got to take these catches if you want to win the matches.
Yeah, again, you have to. At this stage, you need to take your catches, and a really bad miss there by Buddy. I think he had everything under control, and it just bobbled out of the hands. Certainly the Saffron Strikers will be disappointed, but more importantly, the Scott lives on.
Well, I was just about to say, you can feel something just getting ready to happen. It's almost inevitable. You can feel the tension, and something's got to give, because these Nutmeg Warriors really, they've been the more vociferous of the two teams coming into the finals. They booked their place into the finals about 2 days ago, and they were sitting there waiting. The other Saffron Strikers, on the other hand, they had a really epic battle with last year's champions, the Bay Leaf Blasters, and they came through. It was well assisted and propelled by a beautiful 6 from Ryan John. It's a no ball, and this one is turned onto the onside. They get one. No need to risk it to come back for the second because we've got a free hit coming up. And you wouldn't want anyone other than these two, really, if you've got to make a choice in the dressing room. Any one of these two will be really your best chances if you've got a free hit.
Yeah, again, Lewis just overstepping there and giving a free hit to his team. Really, they need to really tighten up because 102 is not really a lot with the likes of Fletcher out there. So they need to tighten it up and make sure that they really press home whatever advantage they have gotten so far.
Last delivery in the 5th over. And Sherman Lewis is up. He's got a free hit. And a free hit drags this one out to mid-wicket for just one. I'm quite sure he would have loved to do much more than that with it. That's discard. That's it for over number 5. Over number 5 in the books. The Nutmeg Warriors are 45 for 3. Jason Skeet, my name, together with Clyde Rondell John. And this is the finals of the Dream 11 T10 tournament in Spice Country, Grenada.
Yeah, it's really exciting cricket out here. Definitely, you have some persons, you know, in the stands, and I could imagine those without the colors, they may be silently backing a team, Jason. But those that are in their colors, you can tell who they're backing. For you, I'm not sure, but I think I'm ready to call it, you know.
All right, well, as soon as you're finishing with the I, you can do that. He's got some kind of Rastafarian something in him this afternoon, Clyde Rondell John. Can't make connection between the mind and the lips, I see. Mukesh Kumar, he's out there in India. Good day to you. And happy to know that you're viewing us from India. The pictures you're seeing on your screen, it's a working day in Grenada and a small island in the Caribbean, but we do love our cricket. We relish any opportunity to have some fun, especially when cricket is involved. So while the crowd you might be seeing might be minuscule compared to what we see on the television in India, make no mistake about it, we love our cricket equally.
Yeah, and again, as we look out there, a lot going on. The batsmen having their discussion, the fielding team having their discussion. It's all about tactic. This is at the halfway stage. How they go about with it, the next 5 overs will definitely give you what it is that we're here for.
All right, well, Captain Daryl Cyrus, who's been involved in all 3 of the dismissals, has taken the ball. He has inserted himself into the attack. And Daryl Cyrus involved in the run-out and 2 catches. He's a wide ball, wayward outside the off-stump. Really, totally ill-disciplined, this Daryl Cyrus young man with this ball at this one. He's generally a tight bowler there, though.
Yeah, I think importantly, he's trying to really get the Scott stretching and reaching for the deliveries. So most of them are going to be wide if you look at his field.
It's a thugged it away to square leg. Just one. Was firmly struck by discard. Well, this is the contest now. The contest of Daryl Cyrus, the captain of the Saffron Strikers, bowling to the captain of the Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher. Oh, this is the real contest now. This is where the pressure will be released from one end or the other. Fletcher still watchful, probably saying to himself, I've got to bat through this innings for my Nutmeg Warriors to lift the trophy. So he's still watchful, just a gentle push through the onside. Gets one.
With the equation 55 from 28, he will really need to be there, Jason. He will not want to take any chances.
Guided to point. Nothing. The equation not yet too impossible, but it's nearing that. 55 needed from 27. The Saffron Strikers will be fancying their chances here still. Firmly driven, just one. Two more deliveries in the over. His first Daryl Cyrus over, very economical. Has gone for 4 so far. Generally a tidy bowler, always threatening. Fletcher trying to go over mid-wicket with him, not making any connection. They've quieted Fletcher really. They've turned down the volume on him, Andre Fletcher, because he can be very brutal if he's given room and the opportunity to free his hands.
Well, if from what I know, he would pick his bowler, so he would not go after Cyrus yet.
Well, Descartes has decided to go on after him. Ryan John is settling on that. He takes it just on the edge of the boundary, and that's the wicket. The wicket of Shadrach Descartes goes, and he's caught down in the deep by Ryan John off the bowling of guess who? Yes, Darryl Cyrus. So the man Darryl Cyrus has been involved in all 4 dismissals so far, and the Nutmeg Warriors are 50 for 4 at the end of 6.
Yeah, really good catch there. John had to judge it well. Again, important blow struck by the Saffron strikers. But importantly, Cyrus is really marshalling his troops. He's really doing what he thinks he needs to do to make sure that the Saffron strikers come out victorious here today. He's in the wickets again. He has been involved in the wicket. He's in the wicket, and it's all about Cyrus here right now.
All right, well, the new batsman coming in for the Nutmeg Warriors, Imran Joseph. Imran Joseph, who had a high score of 49 in this format of the game. He's been known to clubber it around. He's got about 26s and 21 fours. His stats show that he's pretty decent with the bat, a strike rate of about 200. So he can punch the ball around. He can be brutal at times, and the Nutmeg Warriors will need his kind of batting brutality here if they were to give themselves a chance. Bowler coming up from the River Road end. Ryshawn Williams. He's been really explosive with the bat, Ryshawn Williams. Now he's given the opportunity with the ball. 53 needed from 24, the start of over number 7. Fletcher is looking to go hard. The call is 1.
Well done.
Just 1 again. They've kept Andre Fletcher really quiet.
Keep going with it.
Yeah, they've kept him quiet. Again, he has started pretty quietly. We'll be looking to just assess how and the position that his team is in, and then look to break the shackles. So I'm not certain that he's worried.
Go Willie.
Joseph is looking to go. The call is just 1. Only 1 there is. So this scoring here now has been tightened by these Saffron strikers. The Nutmeg Warriors going on a slow boat to China. A very slow boat to China. They've not been as explosive as we know they can be. My good friend it's a wide ball. My good friend Stevenson Worm would say they're like a 1964 Bedford with a load of sugar going up a hill. Again. So he's living outside there and he's punished for it. The umpire signaling. So 2 wides in the over already.
No.
Ryshawn Williams, really, he's got a lot of pressure on him here because Andre Fletcher is no easy feat.
That's it. That's one.
Yeah, really. They would give up. They would give up the wides just to ensure that they get Fletcher wicket. So if he can really get the wicket of Fletcher here, that would be a big deal for him.
But they've kept it tight so far in the last 4 overs. Not tight enough because this one is gone. It goes all the way. And does it clear the ropes? Yes, it does. That's a power 8 maximum. A power 8 maximum. And Imran Joseph We told you he can strike it around. He's gone to 7. He has joined Andre Fletcher. Andre Fletcher on 7 from 8 deliveries. It's not like him at all. But he's been bogged down, and Imran Joseph has faced 2 deliveries, and he's gotten to 7 already.
Yeah, Joseph is a clean striker of the ball and will go after it. He's fearless in his shot making.
Now that's a good delivery, and that's it. He's gone. Ryshawn Williams has struck, and Imran Joseph is walking back. He's gone.
Yeah, again, important the length of that one. He had to reach for it. It was not close enough to him for that swing, and definitely a big blow struck there by the Saffron Strikers. I really think that they're really putting themselves into a position where they wanted to really go away with the trophy today.
Yeah, well, they've placed themselves in that position now because they've come through this tournament, and of late they've picked up a winning streak. So they've got momentum on their side, and no doubt they would really want to ride that momentum. In the meantime, I saw a message coming in from Pastor Stevenson Worm, so he's there viewing. Stevenson Worm, we still miss you, and we're hoping and praying that you join us sometime soon. And while we're praying for your joining us, Sheldon Joseph will join Andre Fletcher out in the middle. So if there's got to be a time when Andre Fletcher would really want to launch, this has got to be it, because we're getting ready to start the 8th over, and the Nutmeg Warriors are 61 for 5 in search of 103. There's still 42 runs adrift and 18 deliveries remaining. Where were the Saffron Strikers at the end of 7?
They were 60 for 3, Jason. So really neck and neck. They're going there. It's tight. The difference will be how Fletcher, who he decides to tear apart, if he can get that to tear apart anyone. And definitely the game is evenly poised. The tension is on. Who will win? We're not so clear as yet.
Ryan John is getting ready to come in from the Dabo end. In the meantime, Lennox Allard is fuming with the Nutmeg Warriors on social media. And Fletcher goes high in the air. This could be danger. Their fielders converging. It's just going to drop just in front of them. And Andre Fletcher, boy, his heart must have dropped down to the knees for a moment there.
Yeah, definitely not getting the sort of connection that he wanted. Fortunate for him, it didn't carry to hand. The fielders tried to cover the ground but really couldn't make it. As we say again, it's important that he stays there. John is a really good bowler and knows what he's about. So the matchup is really important.
So maybe he has picked his spot in Ryan John, Andre Fletcher. Just maybe. Beautiful delivery. That's a gem of a delivery right up in the block hole. No room for the arms to swing, only to come down on it because he would have lost all 3 stumps there. That's a beautiful Yorker by Ryan John.
Yeah, really good over delivery. Again, I know that they between John and Fletcher, they have their nice little camaraderie. But when it comes to competing, they compete fearlessly. And so definitely they would want to make sure that they don't. John wants to make sure he doesn't get carted. Fletcher wants to make sure that John doesn't get his wicket at all.
Fletcher looking to go with him, but Fletcher is on the other end. The off stump is gone. The off stump has rocked back, and Andre Fletcher goes. And Ryan John, no, that's Joseph actually. Joseph goes, and Ryan John has just picked up the wicket of Sheldon Joseph. He's gone for naught.
Yeah, again, if it's another one time that you didn't want to lose a wicket, is this time. Consistently losing wickets really does put pressure on the batting team, and the Saffron Strikers, they are doing their bit to make sure that they bring that pressure to the Nutmeg Warriors.
Well, the Saffron Strikers are really placing themselves in a position to win here now, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they're up against it because the equation is now nearing impossibility. It has not gotten there yet, but it's a task now because they require 39 from 15. They're going at a strike rate of just under 9, and they require just over 15 and a half. It's not impossible. Andre Fletcher is there. He can punish the ball around. But he's got to wait some time because Akeem Alexis is waiting on Ryan John. Good afternoon, Zico. Your boy Ryan John is representing you well. Is watchful and just pushing it up through the offside, just the one. The wicket remains intact, but the strike rate continues to climb.
Yeah, I think this is important, Jason, that they keep the wickets, but more importantly, rotate so that Fletcher could get back on the strike.
He's there now. He waits on Ryan John. The strike rate is just about 16, just a little bit over 16. There's a wide ball. Yes, it is. And Ryan John been penalized. He knows that Fletcher is looking to let go the long handle. And Ryan John wouldn't mind that. Might just be putting a little pressure on Andre Fletcher as well.
Yeah, definitely. He will be putting the pressure on Fletcher, asking him to do something uncharacteristic. If he gets off, then fine. But if he gets the wicket, it will be jubilation for the Saffron strikers.
Again, that's a gem by Ryan John. Really exquisite bowling by him, right up in the block hole again. Fletcher can only drop the bat to preserve his wicket.
Yeah, John really good at this type of bowling. Is really consistent in terms of his Yorker deliveries and really his percentage of Yorkers, especially in this type of situation. He really does really well with the Yorkers, and so he's continuing to have a good patch.
Looking to go with him again. And the umpire contemplated the wide, but decided, no, that one is right there. And that's the end of Ryan John's first over. He went for 6 in that over, picking up the wicket. He did get the wicket of Sheldon Joseph. He was bowled for naught. So just 6 runs coming in the first over from Ryan John, picking up 1 wicket. The Nutmeg Warriors are 67 for 6. Still 38 runs adrift. And 12 deliveries to go. Andre Fletcher is there, the dangerous Andre Fletcher. But he needs to let loose. It's a really brilliant shot there of the Darbo Hills just in the back of us. Those folks there would normally have the very best view for cricket whenever there's local, regional, and international cricket. They cook food, they sit on their verandas, and they enjoy the game. Sometimes they do listen to the commentary, but it's cricket from your living room while looking live and viewing commentary. So Daryl Cyrus is there, the captain. He's bowling his second over. And Fletcher is looking to hike him, but not making the connection. He doesn't take the single. He wants the strike. He has made up his mind. He's got to go with it. Something has got to give, and this is the time.
Yeah, I think this is the really important stage. He needs to get off after Cyrus, because definitely John will be closing off the innings. So the last over will be John. So he will target Cyrus and really look to maximize all that he can get from the slower bowler.
They need just over 19 runs and over now. It's nearing improbabilities. They're drifting further out into the Atlantic, these Nutmeg Warriors. Again, he can't get him off the square. That's brilliant bowling by Cyrus. That's brilliant bowling by Daryl Cyrus. He's right there. And Andre Fletcher, you can see a little sign of frustration there. This one is given some flight and is driven through the offside. He doesn't take the single. He's going to come back to haunt him. He's made up his mind. He's got to do it. So he's faced 4 deliveries already. This time he's going with him. It's gone. This one is gone. He's picked it nicely, cleanly, and it traveled straight over mid-off for 6. So Andre Fletcher with a power 8 maximum. It's a clean strike.
Yeah, he will need to deal with 6s, and he really launched into that one. And while it would have been away from him, but he had the power to go through with the shot.
Just one.
Call is 1. Remember, Andre Fletcher was injured 2 days ago, had a muscle strain in his lower back when he turned to take a second run. And suffered some discomfort for it. This time he's going with him again. This one will go all the way out to the boundary and out to the mid-on boundary for 4. So 10 runs from the over for Andre Fletcher. He's picked up another boundary to end the over. The Nutmeg Warriors are 77 for 6. They need 26 off the last over.
Yeah, really interesting position here. What would be important for the Saffron strikers is that Fletcher is off strike, and so they will need a single in order to get him on strike, that he would have some 5 deliveries to attempt to clear the boundaries. But so a really good position here for the Saffron strikers. Definitely game on. It's not over until that final delivery is bowled.
Well, the Nutmeg Warriors are 77 for 6. These Saffron strikers with a slow start and a creepy middle was able to bloom to 102 in their 10 overs. And the Nutmeg Warriors asking to get 103. They've gotten to 77 for 6 at the end of 9, so with just 6 deliveries remaining, they require 26 runs. Akeem Alexis is on 1. Andre Fletcher is on 21. He's taken an eternity to get to that 21 by his standards. And Ryan John is coming in from the commentary booth end. Yeah, they will get the one. Thought Cyrus should have brought up the field to prevent the single, but he left the mid-off back. He has left the mid-on back. So there was lots of spaces there for the single. Maybe he should have just brought in the field to prevent the single and put Akeem Alexis under some pressure.
I think he's backing his bowler. He knows this is his strong bowler, and he's really backing his bowler. It's a contest that they've been looking forward to.
Well, Andre Fletcher is there waiting on Ryan John. Full delivery, it's gone. It's punished. It will go all... Oh, just nearly. And well saved down in the deep. Did it go for 4? We're going to look at the replay because his body was over the ropes. His legs was touching the ropes. And let's just see.
No, it's really outstanding fielding. I think he saved it.
Some really brilliant work out there in the deep. So they will ask for the referral. And
yeah, he's safe. He's
safe. The ball was out of his hands. So even though he was over the ropes, the ball was out of his hands. And so 2 runs. But some really brilliant work out there in the deep. Trying to pick up the number on the fielder. But it was traveling like a rocket. And he got down with one hand and did the damage. So Sherman Lewis, it looks like Sherman Lewis was the man outside there. And some exquisite work out in the deep. So the Nutmeg Warriors are 78 for 6. 25 needed from 4. Well, if ever they need rescuing now from deep into the Atlantic, this is it. The Nutmeg Warriors really would need a miracle or 2. Or maybe 3. The Saffron strikers fancying their chances, smelling victory, seeing it on the horizon as they push the Nutmeg Warriors further and further into the deep. Saffron strikers, Daryl Cyrus, the captain, being involved in at least 4 of the dismissals. 4 of the 6 dismissals. He's been involved in all 4. Anil Matthew, Stephen Nettram, Javel St. Paul, Ryshon Williams. Some adjustments being done in the field there by Ryan John. He's making sure everything is proper and perfect. Seeing some overcast conditions, but no threat of rain. Just a cool Tuesday afternoon. It's nearing 4:30. It's a full ball. It's driven again out into the deep. Just the one. And if they conceded now, so it seems, because Andre Fletcher has taken the single. And he is left Akeem Alexis with 3 deliveries to face. And they need 24. Well, maths was not my favorite subject in school. But 3 sixes are only 18. So they will need some help from the fielding team if they were to get to 24. And a dot. And a wicket. So Andre Fletcher, a little too late, too little too late maybe for the Nutmeg Warriors. And a 79 for 6. And what would have been academic in the run-out, really. Akeem Alexis being run out for 2. Run out by Gian Benjamin, Akeem Alexis. Andre Fletcher's on 22 from 19. He's never been this slow, really. They've put the brakes on him, these Saffron strikers. They know now that they're going to lift the trophy. Daryl Cyrus speaking to his team in the field, looking around. In the meantime, it looks like Sunil Narain going out. Just 2 deliveries to face. Andre Fletcher is down at the striker's end. 79 for 7. Nutmeg Warriors getting to 3 consecutive finals in this tournament. And they've won the first one. They lost the second to the Bay Leaf Blasters last year. And with the 24 runs needed in 2 deliveries, they will certainly go down this year again to the Saffron Strikers. The Saffron Strikers have never gotten this far in the tournament. They've never even gotten to the semi-finals before this year. And Fletcher looks to go with him, can't go very far. And they're not going to force the issue. And Fletcher holds on to the strike. He goes nowhere. And so it's academic now, really. The Nutmeg Warriors, 79 for 7 with 1 delivery remaining, 24 runs needed. The celebration has started down on the edge of the circle for the Saffron Strikers. And they will win. They will win the 2023 edition of the Dream 11 T10 tournament. Andre Fletcher, the captain, has decided he will concede. No point in going through it again. And with 1 delivery remaining, he's conceded defeat. And victory to the Saffron Strikers in the 2023 edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. Daryl Cyrus and his boys will lift the trophy, and a well-deserved win for the Saffron Strikers. Rondell John, talk to me.
Well, definitely, really scenes that you will remember for a long time. I think definitely the matchups and this game of cricket was so interesting that the matchups were really really well looked at, and the Saffron Strikers, they backed themselves to really come out here and score a total that they can defend. They did that. They got over the 100 mark. And the bowlers backed them up, though they had 1 or 2 blunders, but it never really cost them anything. They were able to really hold their nerve, and against Fletcher, they were able to really put the ball in the right areas and come up with a victory that is really, really well deserved.
All right, well, congratulations to the Saffron Strikers winning the 3rd edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. And really good batting in the middle from Andre Fletcher, who got to 22, and Shadrach Descartes, who also got to 22 of 15 deliveries. We take a quick look at the batting scorecard for you. Nothing to write home about from a Javon Andrew, who went for 7. He was run out by Daryl Cyrus. Kieran Katoy never really got off in the tournament. He has been operating way below his standards. He's a much better cricketer than what we've seen this year in the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. But Kieran Katoy going caught Cyrus of the bowling of Lewis for 10. Teddy Bishop, who stroked the ball around really wonderfully over the last couple of days. You really couldn't manage much today because he was all over the place. He was placed in a blender by these bowlers, and Teddy Bishop having to go, he perished. Teddy Bishop going, and then Shadrach Descartes. Yeah, Teddy Bishop going for 3, and Shadrach Descartes bowled by Ryan John, caught by Ryan John, bowled by Cyrus for 22. Imran Joseph bowled by Raishon Williams for 7. Akeem Alexis run out by Gian Benjamin. The 2 not out batsmen, Sunil Narayan not facing a delivery, and Andre Fletcher 22 from 20. Looking at the bowling quickly now for the Saffron strikers. The wickets column was evenly shared. 1 for Delaney, 1 for Sherman, 1 for Darrell, 1 for Raishon, and 1 for Ryan John. The most expensive of the bowlers, Sherman Lewis, who went for 23 off his 2. Delaney Alexander went for 13 off his 2. Kem Charles, the most economical, went for 9 off his 1, but not picking up a wicket. And Ryan John went for 8. Actually, he was the most economical, Ryan John, from just 1 over and 5 deliveries, going for 8 and picking up the wicket. So he was the most economical bowler, going for just about 4.36. So that's the story. That's the tale of the tape. The Nutmeg Warriors were in search of 103. They couldn't get there. They only managed 79 for 7. And Daryl Cyrus and the Saffron Strikers winning the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. Andre Fletcher and his Nutmeg Warriors going down for the second time in a row. Three editions of the tournament, 3 finals for Andre Fletcher and the Nutmeg Warriors. What are the changes you think they need to make as they look forward to the 4th edition, 2024?
Well, definitely they had a good season. They came in, build the momentum. But going forward, I think they would want to make sure that their batting is a bit fortified. Maybe just an extra batter who can really bat through. Maybe the middle order look to rotate somebody who's good at really manipulating the field and looking to strike it around. They have the power, but I think what they missed in the middle there is someone with a little bit of finesse that is able to just move the ball around and keep the scoreboard ticking over without taking much risk.
Congratulations to the Saffron Strikers. They won the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament 2023. Would you change anything in this team? Do you think there's still some stuff that they've got to work on? They're the champions. They won, but they didn't click from the very start of the tournament, but they progressed nicely. And today, when it really mattered, all assets of their game, save and except a slowish period in the middle in their batting, save and except that, all aspects of their game really shone through.
Yeah, the sort of batting lineup that they have, they expected to get off much faster, maybe utilizing the power play much better. I think this is where they faltered more or less. Outside of that, the strategies that they've used, making sure that there is someone that is responsible for more or less finishing the innings. You have that in the likes of St. Paul, who came in and really struck it around just to make sure that the sort of impetus was given to the innings. What would we do different? Maybe we would look at the persons in terms of the how they come, the batting order. There's no need to change the batting the batsmen, but maybe the order that they come could be what they could use, to really manipulate in order to see a different result.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ryan and Clyde Rondell John. We are going to be heading down for the post-match ceremony, the presentation ceremony out in the middle. And Kerry and Sharice and everyone else will be outside there. Thanks a lot to our sponsors. Power aid. We had some power aid maximums. We had some really huge maximums and some power aid cracking fours. A lot of these batsmen were able to clear the boundaries on a ground that many thought would have been a little too long. I personally thought it was a little too long. Just maybe the field could have gone in a little bit more to get some more runs being scored. But when the boundaries were cleared, they were cleared, and they were cleared in style. And a lot of these batters really picking up form later on in the tournament, a tournament which started 15 days ago en route to today, and we couldn't ask for a more deserving end. Congratulations again to the Saffron Strikers.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. They really stepped up, and when it mattered, they won the games that mattered. I think they really did what they needed to do. You keep hearing when you interview the players, you keep hearing them saying that they back their players, they back one another, and that is really important, backing your players and giving them that confidence, letting them know that, hey, I believe in you and we can do this, and you can see that it has really brought the results that they wanted.
All right, well, we are standing by to take you downstairs to the presentation ceremony. The Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. They're getting themselves ready outside there. What we can do is say thanks to our sponsors with a few commercials, and then we will come back. Thanks a lot again to Dasani Drinking Water and Fruta. We've had some fantastic Fruta dismissals. So we will pause for a couple of minutes, just some quick words from our sponsors, and then we will come back and go downstairs for the presentation ceremony.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
and tell the manager to collect it first. Tell Dana to collect it first.
Good job. So,
This one is just for the broadcast.
our two vice presidents, Johnson first, Randall second.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. You're not here. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 Tournament Season 3. We will now begin the presentation ceremony by awarding the individual prize winners for this season's competition. First, I'd like to invite Ms. Lydia Edgar, a member of the Grenada Cricket Association, to present the first two prizes. Most runs. The first individual prize goes to the top run scorer, and that is Lyndon Lawrence of the Ginger Generals. He scored 273 runs. He will receive a hamper compliments Bryden and Miners. Lyndon Lawrence. The second individual prize goes to the player who hit the most sixes, and that goes to Andre Fletcher of the Nutmeg Warriors. He hit 25 sixes throughout the tournament. Andre Fletcher. Andre Fletcher would receive a hamper compliments Bryden and Miners. Thank you, Ms. Edgar. I'd now invite Mr. Curlan Bowler from the Ministry of Sports. From the Ministry of Sports. The third individual prize goes to the player with the highest strike rate, and that goes to Javel St. Paul of Saffron Strikers. He had a strike rate of 204.55. Javel would receive 1 case of Powerade, breakfast for 2 compliments Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Javel St. Paul. The next individual prize goes to the top wicket taker of the tournament, and that goes to Richard Rogers of Bayleaf Blasters, who picked up 12 wickets. Richard will receive a hamper compliments Bryden and Miners. Thank you, Mr. Peters. I'd now invite Mr. Keith Holus. The next prize goes to the most dismissals by a wicketkeeper, and that goes to Dennis Smith of the Bayleaf Blasters. He had 9 catches and 2 stumpings. He would receive 1 case Powerade and a lunch basket compliments Island Catering. Okay. The next award goes to the player Nitram of Saffron Strikers. He had 6 catches and 1 run out. Stephen will receive 1 hamper and a $300 voucher compliments Fruiter and George of Huggins. doing best cat? Who doing this?
Randy Campbell.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Keith. I now invite Mr. Randy Campbell. Yeah, but that's, I asked you who's given the prize for the best catch. There's nobody's name there.
Yeah, let Keith do it.
Oh, Keith. Come back. Okay. The next award goes to the player that took the best catch throughout the tournament, and that goes to Jeron Noel of Clove Challengers. Jeron will receive a dinner for two at Sizzle Restaurant and Bar. Okay. He will receive someone will collect his award on his behalf. Mr. Dana George of the Clove Challengers. I now invite Mr. Randall Batiste. And we will now be presenting a token of appreciation to the match officials who officiated the various matches throughout the tournament. And now I call on Mr. Sean Manwarin, an umpire. Each match official will receive a plaque sponsored by D's Sports Shop. Sean Manwarin, umpire. Isaiah Peters, umpire. Urban Mason, umpire. Rupert Holas, umpire. And Mr. Norman Gilbert, the match referee. We now move on to the prizes for the final match of competition. Oh. Okay, we now move on to the individual prizes for the final match. We move on to the award for the player of the final, and the player of the final goes to the captain of the Saffron Strikers, Daryl Cyrus. He had 12 runs in 6 balls, and he bowled 2 overs with figures of 1 for 15. He had 2 catches and 1 run out. Mr. Cyrus would receive a trophy and for 2 compliments Groom's Villa. Thank you, Mr. Batiste. I now invite Mr. Johnston Richardson. And the most valuable player award goes to Ryshawn Williams of the Saffron Strikers. He amassed 239 runs. He had a strike rate of 163.7 and took 3 wickets. Mr. Williams would receive 1 case of Powerade and Dasani water, a full-body sports massage complements True Blue Bay Resort, and a trophy.
We didn't do Moses.
Oh, oh, that's one of them. Okay. Before we move on to the second place finishers, we would like to award Mr. Alex Moses of Nutmeg Warriors. He had the best economy rate throughout the he averaged of 5.54 runs per over. Stay. Okay, we will now present the second place finishers for this tournament, Nutmeg Warriors. The Nutmeg Warriors, the individual players and management team will receive medals and a check valued at $5,000. Josh Thomas, Alex Moses, Sunil Narain, oh my, Sheldon Joseph, Imran Joseph, Shadrach Descott, okay. Kieran Katoy, Wendon Charles, Teddy Bishop, Javon Andrew, Akeem Alexis, Chris Alexander. Nutmeg Warriors was captained by Andre Fletcher, Junior Murray as coach, and Todd Stanislaus as manager. Yeah, the next. Perry, that's a Okay, and we will now award the first place finishers in this edition of the Spice Isle T10. At the end of the third edition of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10, a new winner emerged in the Saffron Strikers. We have Raishon. The winners will receive medals, 2 cases of Powerade and Dasani water, a check valued at $20,000, and a trophy. The presentation will be made by Mr. Kerry Frank, Assistant Tournament Director. Raishon Williams, Javel St. Paul, Stephen Nitram, Anil Matthew, Sherman Lewis, Ryan John, Nikobi John, Yusuf Jassat, Kem Charles, Jamie Buddy, Gian Benjamin, Delaney Alexander, and Captain Darrell Cyrus. Saffron Strikers was managed by Mr. Kellon Noel, and Clyde Telesford was their coach. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the third edition of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 competition, Saffron Strikers. Okay, we'll now present the winner's trophy to the Saffron Strikers, the champions of the third edition of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament. Give it up for the Saffron Strikers. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 champions, the Saffron Strikers. Thank you very much for supporting us during this tournament. We look forward to seeing everyone at Season 4 of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.